Yeah. Okay. I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but you ever notice how some people say I care like it's a receipt, like it's proof of purchase, not proof of presence? Anyway, whatever, I'm just trying to figure out what counts. Alright, let's go. You say you care, you say the words like currency, crisp and small, tossed across the table where I count change that isn't mine. I watch your face practice concern like a script you learned in a rush, and wonder if empathy is something you keep in your pockets. Do you feel the hush that lands between your sentences and mine? It thickens like spilled coffee, stains that don't come out. Tell me when you say I'm listening, do you mean the sound of listening? Or do you mean the sound of a pause that waits for you to speak next? Because there's a difference, right? One's an echo chamber, one's a doorway. If it feels like you don't care, then probably you don't. You lay down sorry like bandages on a wound that wants to breathe. You say trust me, and your left hand is already leaving. If it feels like you don't care, you're making art of the lie. Remember the time I stopped mid-sentence and watched you look away? You called it thoughtfulness, I called it a map I couldn't follow. You label your absence space as if absence is a neutral room, when really it's a hollow where my words echo and gather dust. I map your phrases the way you soften vows when guilt slides by. It's a dialect of avoidance, and I am fluent now. Do you know what I care costs? It costs the small things, being late or early, noticing the bruise that doesn't scream but changes how I move. It costs not letting my sentences fall into the gutter. If it feels like you don't care, then probably you don't. You stitch apologies in the dark and call them proof. You build an island and say visit anytime, as if that's enough. If it feels like you don't care, you're practicing a gentle lie. You tell me I love you between two obligations, like it's a receipt, stamped inside, no signature. I keep calibrating my expectations to fit the weight of your hands, and my hands keep learning there's space where warmth should be. Maybe you were taught to avoid the small violences, the little truths. Maybe your kindness is a theory you never had to practice. But I'm not a hypothesis to be tested. I'm a house with rooms that need to be walked through. You sweep the floor and say see clean, while stepping over the cracked tile. If it feels like you don't care, then probably you don't. You say forever in the passive voice like it's negotiable. You frame the promise so it fits on the mantelpiece of convenience. If it feels like you don't care, then probably you don't. So I am learning to trust the feeling that lives under the words, to read the small deserts in someone's kindness and call them deserts. If your mouth serves shelter and your hands are storms, tell me before I unpack, because I will not rent myself to a roof that leaks apologies.